Sloths are the masters of relaxation, taking life one slow, deliberate movement at a time. But did you know there's more to these adorable creatures than their laid-back lifestyle? From their fascinating behavior to their unique adaptations for survival, sloths are full of surprises. In this video, we'll reveal some incredible facts about sloths, including how they move, what they eat, and why their slow pace is actually a clever survival strategy. Whether you're a sloth enthusiast or just curious about these amazing animals, you'll love learning more about these slow-moving wonders of nature. So, get ready to dive into the extraordinary world of sloths. Sloths are famous for their extremely slow movements, so slow that even their internal processes run at a snail's pace. They have an exceptionally low metabolic rate, which helps them survive on a low-energy leaf-based diet. Algae grows naturally in the grooves of a sloth's fur, which not only gives them a greenish tint, but also provides camouflage. Despite spending nearly all their time in trees, sloths descend to the ground to defecate, typically only once a week. The mystery of why sloths leave the canopy to defecate has puzzled scientists for decades, with theories ranging from fertilizing trees to facilitating symbiosis with fur moths. Sloths can fall from heights of up to 100 feet without sustaining injury, thanks to their flexible, shock-absorbing bodies. Their long, curved claws are specially adapted for gripping tree branches and require no muscular effort to hold on. There are two distinct types of sloths, two-toed and three-toed, and they belong to different families despite their similar appearance. Two-toed sloths, genus Cholopus, are, relative to body size, up to 3 times stronger than an average human. In water, sloths can swim up to 3 times faster than they move on land. Sloths are entirely arboreal, spending nearly their entire lives hanging upside down in the treetops. Their fur isn't just a coat, it supports an entire microecosystem of insects, fungi, and algae. Modern tree sloths evolved from ancient giant ground sloths that roamed the Americas millions of years ago. Some prehistoric ground sloths reach sizes comparable to elephants. The algae on a sloth's fur may be ingested when the sloth grooms, potentially supplementing its nutrient intake. Their digestion is extremely slow. It can take up to a month for a sloth to fully process a meal. Sloths have a multi-chambered stomach filled with symbiotic bacteria that break down tough plant fibers. Unlike most mammals, a sloth's hair grows from the belly upward, allowing rainwater to run off when they hang upside down. Despite their monkey-like appearance, sloths are more closely related to anteaters and armadillos than to primates. The very name sloth derives from the word for laziness, reflecting their sluggish lifestyle. Their unique skeletal structure enables them to hang upside down for extended periods without muscle fatigue. Sloths exhibit remarkably low heart rates compared to other mammals of similar size. Because of their slow pace, many predators overlook sloths entirely in the treetops. In some cases, sloths are found still hanging from trees even after death. This extreme slowness is not laziness. It's an adaptation that conserves energy in a low-calorie environment. Their limbs are specifically evolved for hanging rather than for walking on the ground. Three-toed sloths, genus Bradypus, have 2 additional cervical, neck vertebrae compared to almost all other mammals. This extra neck flexibility allows three-toed sloths to rotate their heads nearly 270 degrees to survey their surroundings. Their smiling faces are a natural result of the arrangement of facial muscles and bone structure. Sloths are generally solitary animals, coming together only for mating or when a mother is rearing her young. Baby sloths cling to their mother's underside for several months after birth. Sloths regulate their body temperature by moving in and out of sunlit areas, rather than through internal shivering. They possess only about 25 to 30% muscle mass relative to their body weight, much less than most mammals. Even with such low muscle mass, their forelimb strength is more than sufficient for a life spent suspended in trees. Some sloth species have a tendon-locking mechanism in their limbs that lets them hang without any effort. The microscopic cracks in their fur create an ideal environment for algae and other tiny organisms to thrive. Despite their lazy reputation, sloths are highly efficient survivors in nutrient-poor environments. They share a mutually beneficial relationship with certain species of moths that live exclusively in their fur. These moths lay their eggs in the sloth's droppings, completing a curious life cycle linked to the sloth's behavior. Sloths are found only in the tropical rainforests of Central and South America. There are exactly 6 extant species of tree sloths known today. Two-toed and three-toed sloths are so different that scientists once believed they were unrelated. Three-toed sloths belong to the family Bradypodidae, while two-toed sloths are in the family Cholopodidae. Sloths have been evolving for over 65 million years, adapting slowly to a unique ecological niche. Their slow lifestyle minimizes calorie expenditure, which is crucial when eating a diet of low-nutrient leaves. Their internal organs are arranged so that when hanging upside down, they do not compress vital functions like breathing. In a remarkable twist of evolution, some sloth ancestors were terrestrial and huge, later evolving into the modern, tree-dwelling forms. The extremely slow pace of sloths means they can travel as little as 41 yards per day. Their energy-conserving lifestyle is so efficient that they can subsist on far less food than any similarly sized mammal. Sloths can hold their breath underwater for up to 40 minutes, a rare feat among mammals. Their swimming ability contrasts sharply with their almost motionless existence in the trees. Predators such as jaguars, ocelots, and harpy eagles are among the few that actively hunt sloths. Yet, the combination of slow movement and natural camouflage helps many sloths avoid detection. Sloths' vision is poor. Many species are almost effectively colorblind and rely on their other senses to navigate. Their hearing is also limited, making smell and touch the primary ways they interact with the world. The commensal organisms in their fur aren't just hitchhikers. Some produce chemicals with anti-parasitic and even anti-cancer properties. Studies of sloth fur have uncovered a surprising diversity of fungi, some of which may have medicinal applications. Their low metabolic rate means sloths have unusually low body temperatures compared to other mammals. Sloths do not have sweat glands, so they rely entirely on behavioral adaptations for thermoregulation. They move so infrequently that even the leaves they eat change very slowly over time. Their digestive process is so slow that their stomach contents can make up as much as 1/3 of their body weight. Sloths have a specialized 4-chambered stomach to help break down tough plant matter. Their gut bacteria are uniquely adapted to ferment and extract nutrients from leaves. The lazy movement of sloths is a highly effective survival strategy honed over millions of years. Despite appearing sedentary, sloths are constantly making micro-adjustments to maintain balance in the treetops. Their extremely slow pace minimizes the noise they generate, helping them avoid detection by predators. A sloth's slow movements have inspired countless internet memes and viral videos, making them cultural icons. In folklore and art, sloths are often symbols of tranquility and unhurried living. The defecation ritual of sloths is one of the most peculiar behaviors in the animal kingdom. Some researchers believe that the ground defecation behavior is an evolutionary holdover from their terrestrial ancestors. The sloth's slow lifestyle also means they have a longer lifespan in captivity, sometimes living for decades. In the wild, however, their lifespan is difficult to estimate because of their secretive habits. Sloths are rarely seen on the ground, making sightings outside the treetops both rare and mysterious. Their natural camouflage is so effective that even close-up photos can sometimes fail to distinguish them from the surrounding foliage. The structure of their fur is unlike any other mammal, designed to trap water and support microecosystems. Sloths' brain-to-body size ratio is lower than that of most other mammals, yet they display complex behaviors. They have very few predators because most animals do not bother to search the high canopy where sloths reside. Their unusual gait, moving one limb at a time, is both energy efficient and hard for predators to predict. Sloths' slow digestion means that even a small change in food quality can have significant effects on their health. Their solitary nature makes them one of the least socially interactive mammals, which is unusual for a tropical species. The evolutionary split between two-toed and three-toed sloths is a prime example of convergent evolution. Some studies suggest that the microorganisms living in sloth fur may help break down dead skin, aiding in self-cleaning. Sloths' overall low activity levels make them exceptionally vulnerable to habitat destruction and climate change. Their survival depends on the preservation of the dense, undisturbed forests in which they live. Deforestation in Central and South America is one of the greatest threats to sloth populations. Climate change could impose an unsustainable metabolic burden on sloths, especially those living at higher altitudes. While lowland sloths might move to higher elevations, those already in mountainous areas have nowhere to go. Sloths' evolutionary history includes a mix of arboreal and ground-dwelling ancestors, a transition that remains partly mysterious. Fossil evidence indicates that early humans used the bones of giant ground sloths for tools and ornaments. Recent discoveries have pushed back the timeline for human-sloth interactions by thousands of years. The fact that ancient people carved and polished sloth bones as jewelry remains one of paleontology's most intriguing mysteries. Ground sloths once roamed as far north as Alaska and as far south as Patagonia, vastly different from the modern tree sloths. Some extinct sloth species had osteoderms, bony plates, in their skin, a trait not seen in living sloths. These bony structures may have provided extra protection and even been used in ancient human adornments. Sloths are one of the few groups of mammals that show very little sexual dimorphism. Males and females look almost identical. Their slow and steady lifestyle challenges our fast-paced modern way of life, prompting many to rethink what success means in nature. Sloths have a highly conserved evolutionary history, meaning many of their traits have remained unchanged for millions of years. Their secretive lives high in the canopy make sloths one of the least studied large mammals in the wild. Ongoing research continues to reveal new and mysterious aspects of sloth biology, from their unique physiology to their unexpected roles in ecosystem nutrient cycling. We hope you enjoyed these amazing and surprising animal facts. The animal kingdom is full of wonders, and there's always more to discover. If you love this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more fun and educational content. Stay tuned for more incredible facts. See you in the next video.